After an attack is complete, there can be a lot of different things that trigger. The situation can get especially funky when we start considering effects that happen after wounds. Let me explain. Consider General Solo. Specifically, let's look at his identity. Hey, it's me. It says that when an allied unit is wounded by an enemy character, after the effect is resolved, blah 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 blah. Here, effect is a catch-all term for a bunch of different things that the enemy could do. For today, I'm concerned with attacks. If the enemy wounds someone with an attack, then Han's ability would now read blah 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 after the attack is resolved, blah blah blah. If we look at our friend Appendix A, we can check the timing charts for an attack. Abilities that trigger after an attack happen in Step 10. For the Defender, it's specifically Step 10D. So, even though the wound happens in Step 9, in this example, Han wouldn't trigger until later. In fact, the attacker could do all their after attack abilities first, in Step 10C. Let's look at an example. Aura Singh is attacking General Solo. She gets the wound. Aura has an ability called Hit and Run, which triggers after she makes an attack as part of a combat action. Aura can use this ability in Step 10C to reposition. In this example, she moves away so that when Han would do his revenge attack in Step 10D, she's no longer in range. In another example, IG-11 is using a combat action to attack the 5-0 first. He gets a wound. Luminara could use her Flow of the Force identity to tell the 212th to heal 3 times. However, that doesn't kick in until Step 10D. In Step 10C, IG-11 can use multi-thread targeting protocol to make a 5-dice attack targeting the 212th, possibly getting the wound before they have a chance to heal their damage. Of course, there are some things that trigger immediately after the wound. Sticking with IG-11, his ability Victory Through Combat is Impossible triggers when an enemy gains momentum. If IG-11 gets wounded by an attack, it's possible that he blows up in Step 9. If he rolled 2 defensive expertise, he wouldn't even get to reposition before blowing up, since the reposition happens in 10B. But that example was kind of cheating. The trigger was momentum being gained, not the wound. For a more proper example, let's look at Never Tell Me the Odds. In that mission, a unit may be able to challenge the odds when they wound an enemy. This doesn't say after the effect is resolved, so it happens right away, which is after Step 9 if it's an attack. If Cad Bane is challenging the odds and he wounds an enemy, he would have to pay the force right away if he wants to challenge the odds. Only later in Step 10C would he get to do his force refresh. This is because his force refresh has that wording after the effect is resolved. If you have a little bit of extra force, then great. Spend 1 now, get 2 back right after. However, if you're all out of force before the refresh, Cad won't be able to challenge the odds. A lot of after wound triggers tend to become after attack triggers. Keep an eye out for the wording after the effect is resolved, and make sure you use these abilities at the proper timing as per the timing charts in Appendix A. Happy wounding.